Hey, what's happening, YouTube? 6:27 p.m. Still Tuesday, October 7th. I'm sorry, Thursday. Jeez, now I can't remember what damn day it is. Thursday, October 7th, 2021. I'm heading to Bullocks, and not having the greatest time of it so far. I kind of had this grand plan of doing what I did the last time I was without a car, which was make sure I had all my stuff already there, which I did yesterday via bus. And then that way all I'd have to do is get my own ass down there, and that way I could do that using a combination of scooter and light rail, which is actually pretty quick and very enjoyable. But I haven't rode at the Xiaomi M365 with me, and I haven't rode that scooter in a long time. It started having an issue in, well, I remember exactly the date, July 4th, 2020. I brought it with me out to a friend's place for a July 4th party he was having, and it had rode well the time I'd rode it previously, which I'm sure was within the week prior to that. And I went for a ride with his fiance's daughter. She had a teenage daughter, and put her on the Xiaomi, and I was riding the Lime, the Lime V2.5 that I have, which is no longer rideable now, but it was very rideable back then. And anyway, it started having this really weird malfunction where it would trying to find an air pump, where if you turn on the headlights, it won't accelerate, and if you turn off the headlights, it accelerates, but it's a little erratic. It's not completely unrideable, but it is a little erratic. But anyway, so I haven't really rode it since then, and I've been meaning to get it fixed, and it's just not been a priority. I've been getting around via scooter just fine with my Lime. They don't have an air pump here, do they?
No.
Fuck no. Yeah, it's broke. And if you go all the way up to the QT, that one ain't got no hose. Fuck. Oh, fuck that. I gotta go the other way. Thank you, though. So anyway, that sums up my problem. That sums up my problem right there in a nutshell. Yeah, so I figured, what the hell, I'm willing to ride it, as it is with its issues. These sidewalks don't line up very well. Willing to ride it as it is with its issues, so I charged it up today. I had completely let it discharge just to see if maybe, that kind of a hard reset would fix the problem, and it didn't. But yeah, I charged it completely up today, thinking that I would do that commute to do the scooter to rail to Christown, and then scooter. It's trying to say wait, but it's just burping. Anyway, and you know what? I'm not gonna wait because there ain't nobody coming. So anyway, I was thinking it would. I was thinking it'd be all right, to just ride it, see how it handles, and got it all charged up, and I go to get it out, and when I was feeling it, it was kind of under the table in the kitchen. So I hadn't rode it in like a year, over a year, and so I'm. Oh, this annoys me. So they've got these gates around the benches at this light rail station, where the benches are under the seat, where there's trees and shade, And the only reason I can possibly think for it is just to stop homeless people from getting comfortable on them. Over here where the other benches are, same thing. Same thing. Yeah, they're not doing any construction. This is just the city of Phoenix's really tacky looking way of making the light rail platform inhospitable to the homeless. So, next stop, 6:30 p.m.
Welcome, light rail passengers. Please be sure to wear a mask and have valid fare when riding.
Oh, it's 6:31 p.m. That's what time it is. Hang on, I'm looking to see on the Obama phone when the train comes. Oh, for God's sake. So that's one of the issues with the Obama phone. It has this software that you can't delete, which is like functionally Chinese spyware and adware. There's absolutely no removing it. And it constantly opens additional tabs in my browser, which is really shitty because I've only got 10 gigs a month with the service. And I've only got 10 gigs a month, and to see that it's being wasted constantly loading web pages that I don't need is frustrating, to say the least. And I kind of want to contact some people and just see what I can do about that, because that just seems wrong on many levels. I mean, it's bad enough that, a federal program rations you to 10 gigs a month, which for most people is inadequate, but then to be wasting that 10 gigs a month on, and God, who knows how much of my data it's sending to China, but I'm just bothered by it, just loading all these pages and wasting my time and data. Anyway, bus, 44th Street in Washington, or train, there it is, 44th Street in Washington, 6:41 p.m. So it is now 6:32 p.m. So I'll be here in about 8-9 minutes-ish. So anyway, yeah, that's their way of making the rail platform less comfortable to those waiting in an attempt to combat the homeless. I'm all for a security person being on this platform at all times, to be honest. I wasn't too thrilled with the security person that was the two security people that were on the train. Hey, you got fare? Do you have fare? Do you have fare? If they actually had one person on this platform checking everybody that entered the platform to make sure that they had a validated pass, and the people that don't know how to validate the passes, that are used to it being validated on the bus, which they're not doing now, actually helping those people and helping those with physical and mental disabilities do that. I think that would be way more functional than having them on the train. And this is just this makes legitimate rail passengers suffer. So not cool. It's Crown Plaza, used to be a Holiday Inn. Anyway, what was I saying? So see, I was going to take the anyway, so I pull it out from under the table, the scooter, the lovely been to hell and back Xiaomi M365, and it was I felt it under the table and the tires felt good, but as soon as I went to make sure it rode okay in my alley, the back tire, one of them just didn't. Yeah, back tire does not have. You squeeze it on the side, it feels like it has enough air pressure, but it doesn't have enough pressure to be rode on, and not enough pressure to be ridden. And if I was to ride it like that, it would probably trash that tube, and those tubes are notoriously difficult to swap out. And damn if I got the money to pay anybody to swap it out right now. So yeah, I figured no problem. I'll just walk it over to QT. There's the new QT by my place, and QT's always got free air. And honestly, it's the first time I think I've ever gone to a QT and there was no air hose there. And I think the people that were sitting there that didn't speak any English were trying to explain that to me, but all I was hearing was something about a key. And I don't think that thing uses keys. It's supposed to be free. You're supposed to hit a button. But they kept saying something about a key. So I don't know. My keys don't work on it. Anyway, moving right along. So it's like, well, whatever. I'll just take the Route 44. And I got off at 44th and Van Buren, thinking, well, I'll double my odds. There's 2 Circle K's between one at 44th and Van Buren, one at 44th in Washington. And the air pump at 44th, as the guy I was talking to over there at the last Circle K mentioned, the one at 44th and Washington is out of order. And the one at 44th and Van Buren. 44th and Van Buren is out of order. 44th and Washington has no. Next westbound train is at 41 after.
The next westbound train will arrive in 2 minutes.
That's what I said. So the one at Van Buren is out of order. The one at 44th and Washington, for whatever reason, doesn't have an air pump, which is really odd. Almost all Super K have air pumps. And maybe that's related to the fact they don't have gas. Just figure they don't have gas, they need an air pump. They said to go down to 52nd Van Buren, which is, that's a half mile in the wrong direction with no guarantee that it's going to work. I ain't got time for that, so I'm here waiting for the train with a scooter, with a flat tire. Platform's getting kind of busy. I did a video. I went to do some series of vlogs, and if you've ever seen those, it's fun to watch. If you search in my channel, wanted to do some exploration of the friendliest airport, America's friendliest airport, is Phoenix Sky Harbor. This light rail platform I'm on right now is actually the one with the connection to Phoenix SkyTrain. So go right up that escalator, and it takes you on a people mover that goes above the south half of Washington Street and across the canal over to the oh, thanks for not focusing, iPhone. Wow. Oh, there it is. Zoom in on it, just goes to. I gotta love this camera. I just saw a train pull up. It takes you up to the SkyTrain. So
Thank you for respecting the route.
that cracks me up. Riders must have a destination. I believe that's unconstitutional. I would love someday to be harassed about that and bring a constitutional challenge to it in court, because I don't believe anybody has to have a destination to travel anywhere, and I don't think they can impose that on anybody. Anyway, so this people mover takes you across to the airport and to the SkyTrain. It's definitely one of the more interesting public transit links in the city of Phoenix. There's a lot to the south, which is between the canal. There's a canal underneath the people mover. Can't really see it from here, but it's there. On this side of the canal, between the canal and Washington Street, not locked, and I'm trying to, and my apologies for the vertical video, it's hard to see it. That used to be a transit center for connections. Oh, here comes my train. For connections between this light rail station and a handful of different bus stops. But the buses no longer go into it. Most of the transit stations in Phoenix, transit centers in Phoenix, are completely useless. And that one they completely phased out, got rid of it. It's now used as a waiting lot for Uber and Lyft drivers going to the airport. That's where they queue up. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this down. It's not a good idea to talk to myself on the train.